live. Hello. We are doing a bonus Q&A in the Create Your Hell Yeah Business free workshop series that I was doing last week. So if you haven't watched the replay of those, we went through first up how to find your profitable business idea. That was the first video. So much fun and so many cool ideas coming through from the people that were on the live at least. So whether you were live or watched the replay, I hope that video was helpful. And the second part to that workshop was building your vision, because if you don't know where we're heading, how do we expect to get there? I told the story of how I started my business really with the end in mind. So the job that I have now, which is a coach for bands, didn't really exist. I didn't know anyone that was doing it. I mean, I knew some people that did like a bit of consulting, always on the side of other things, but I didn't know anyone that was just like, hey, I'm a band coach. And I kind of like flicked between the title band coach, band consultant for a couple of years. But essentially, like, I just started with, okay, where do I want to be? What is the lifestyle that I want to live? How do I want to help people? And then I kind of crafted the business around that. So that is where I started. I've got a couple of people jumping on live. If you are watching live, I'd love for you to say hello and let me know where you're from. I know a lot of people couldn't make the workshop live videos because of time zone issues. So I just thought I would do this bonus live Q&A. It is about 9 a.m. in the morning here, but I've had a coffee and we are ready to go. So today is really about, giving you a space to ask any questions about your music industry business, any questions about the music industry in general, if you like, but it's mainly geared towards those of you who signed up for the Create Your Hell Yeah Business workshop, because I know you guys are wanting to start your own business within the music industry. You're kind of in the early stages, or you've just started it and you want to learn how to grow it and scale it. So just a bit of history about me, if you haven't had a chance to watch those prior workshops. So I was a music journalist for about 6 or 7 years, a senior music journalist. I was also a social media manager of one of the magazines that I worked for a couple of years. And I also was a digital marketer in my day job, and I've always played in bands. So that is kind of how I have come to, doing what I do now, which is essentially helping bands get more exposure because of that media and PR background. And also because of my digital marketing background, I thought these powers combined, this is what bands really, really need help with. So that is my background. I've had my business for officially around about 2 years or so. Mind you, I dabbled in it for a couple of years prior to actually starting it. And during COVID, my business has made more money than ever before. I've been able to transition out of my day job into my business. I'm in the process of doing it now, but currently my business is making more money than my day job. So we've got Annie on the line. Hi, Annie. How are you? I hope you have a coffee as well. We've got Suze. Hi, Suze. I'm so glad you could join this one. Good morning. It is a beautiful Melbourne day today. So, just enjoying that sunshine. So I thought I'd kick off today with just, oh my God, I should clarify, I'm yawning because it's early. Oh, I figured, I know you're based here in Victoria like me. So, we'll kick off. I mean, if any of you guys have any sort of questions about the business that you're wanting to start, please feel free to leave them in the chat. But I was kind of thinking about this live last night, and I thought, I will just kick off with some lessons that I've really learned about working in the music industry these past few years. And yeah, I was in the shower last night and this thought came to me, and I was actually writing my dot points on the shower screen in like the fog and stuff. So I was struggling to remember that this morning because now my fog shower screen has disappeared. Sam says, hi, Monica. Hey, Sam. Hope you're doing well. So I thought I'd just share these like bullet points about, the things I've learned so far working in the music industry, because this industry is truly not like any other industry out there. I don't believe that there's just a road book, a roadmap, and then it's not like you start at the bottom of the ladder in the company and then you just work your way up. there are so many different paths to working in this industry. And that essentially is one of my points. There really is no linear path to having success, whether you're a musician yourself or whether you want to work in the industry. It's really going to look different for everyone. And, you know, when one door closes, another one opens. When one door opens, you know, you could be thrust into a complete different sector of the music industry that you ever expected. And, you know, I kind of fell into the world of digital marketing because I knew that this was something that my band needed to learn, that I need to learn if I was to be successful in music. And that's how I ended up working in the field. So yeah, haha, how good is shower thoughts? I actually linked one of my one of my friends the other day in this group from Silverback Touring. He was like, I have all my business ideas when I'm in the shower, and I actually linked him this Amazon link to like this shower notes. You can get these shower notes and they're fully waterproof. I need to get one of those. I don't usually get ideas in the shower, but now I'm thinking, okay, this is something. Curtis, what's up? Curtis is on the line. Okay, so yeah, that was my first point. There really is no linear path to having success in this industry. The second point that I was thinking about in the shower last night was that your network is really your net worth. Now, I don't really like that saying because it kind of makes it seem like there's no room for growth and that's just how it is and that's how it will always be. That is absolutely not the case. So in this industry, more than any other industry, your network is so, so valuable. I find that this is an industry really based off relationships and, you know, your reputation, which I'm going to talk about in a moment. But, you know, if you're someone who wants to get involved in this industry, there are so many things you can do. Obviously, live shows was really, really the foundation for me when I was first starting out. I already had a network when I established my business because of being in a band for so many years and touring. And I knew people in all different states and overseas as well, just from like media and everything. So that really formed the baseline. So when it came time to launching my business, I already had people to essentially sell my services to, you know, to tell people about, you know, what I had going on. So that was a beautiful baseline just from playing in bands. So obviously, you know, live shows, that may not be so much of a possibility, but it's so much easier than ever before to network because of social media. Facebook groups, an incredible, incredible way to network. I mean, you know, there's this Facebook group, Music Marketing and Mindset. Curtis and Keefe and Matt have a Facebook group called the Music Marketing Mixer. Really great Facebook group, super active. And if you want to meet like-minded people, you know, that are not only musicians but work in the music industry, then, you know, that is absolutely another group to go to. You know, there are so many different Facebook groups out there. If you're a woman in music or woman identifying person in music, there's also now I can't remember the acronym. There's also Music Biz Besties. That's easier to remember. I'm just trying to think. What is the name of that other Facebook group? I don't know. If if you come under that category, let me know and I'll link you, because there is another Facebook group that's really, really good for that demographic. So if you don't have the network now, so easy to build. I mean, that really leads me to my next point, which is really about personal brand. So especially, you know, as well, if you're a musician, if you are working within the industry, your personal brand is really everything. And it's so funny because, again, someone posted online a screenshot of a really rude message that a band, this is a touring company, posted a screenshot of a rude message that they received from a band on one of their promotional flyers or something like that. And I commented and I said, it's annoying how musicians don't realize that when you're in this industry, as a musician, you are essentially a personal brand and you need to protect that. So anything you do on your personal profiles really reflects on your band or your business. And I find that this is really an industry where, once again, it's all about relationships and reputation. So that's why your personal brand is so, so important. You know, I always say, like, if you're a musician, then your personal profiles, they're really not personal profiles anymore, unless you have, you know, a profile under like a different name that you don't do your art under, you know, that's just for like, I don't know, your family or like your pets and, you know, your cooking or stuff that's like not necessarily related to music. I mean, I don't see why those two things can't be intertwined anyway, but really, if you're on the path to being a musician, you're on the path to being a public figure. And that's the same if you want to work in the music industry as well. And as such, your profiles are really once again, representative of your personal brand, and you need to be treating them as such. Thanks for the shout out in our group, of course. So we have, there's no linear path. Your network is really your net worth, but that can fully be developed. Your personal brand, so important in this industry. My next point is doing. So you will learn more from doing and just throwing yourself in the deep end than you will from any sort of formal degree out there. I did a formal degree. I have a bachelor's degree in music. And honestly, I learned more from just working as a journalist for even just a couple of months once I stepped up into that senior journalist role, social media management role, where I was doing, interviews at the bigger festivals and everything like that. I learned more from, doing that than I did in my 3-year degree. I honestly went to, Big Sound, which is a music industry conference here. You will learn more from going to, things like Big Sound or South by Southwest in the US or The Great Escape in the UK. You will learn so much more from going to those sorts of industry sort of showcases than you will in any sort of formal degree. And as I was getting ready for the call today, that really made me think about the fact that when I first started out, I was really waiting, started out in my business, I was really waiting for someone to come along and give me approval. Oh, Monica, you know what you're talking about in relation to the music industry. Oh, that is correct in terms of digital marketing. I was working as a digital marketer professionally in my job. I'd done courses. And when it came to the music industry, like I'd been in a band for, over a decade at that point. And I definitely had picked up a thing or two, in that regard. And, also as a music journalist, as I said. So, but, I really was waiting for someone to come along and say, you're doing a good job. But then I learned very quickly, and it has taken me a couple of years to internalize. But if there's anything that you take away from any of my teachings from this live today, then it's really like the fact that everyone is still trying to figure it out. Everyone is always just figuring it out. No one knows all the answers. This industry is so rapidly changing that we're all just trying to figure it all out. So there isn't necessarily a right or wrong way when it comes to, say music marketing. There are so many different avenues to market your music, so many different philosophies, and that is totally fine. There really is no right answer. And that's going to be the same for your business as well. So, a lot of people, when they come into business, they feel like an imposter. They feel like, who's going to listen to me? Who am I to give this advice? Who am I to run this product or service? And the answer is you're the right person because you're so fucking passionate about it. And that's really what I learned. Everyone is just trying to figure it out. Imposter syndrome is just that. It's just, a very common limiting belief that we all have. And you learn to work through it. Never goes away fully. It will come up, they say like new level, new devil, but you will learn to work through imposter syndrome a lot faster if you just keep pushing through the fear and get to the other side. So if anyone has any questions about their own music business, then please do leave them in the comments. That is what this Q&A is for. Otherwise, if you just want to tell me about your business, like I would love to hear about it. Let me know where you're at. And the last point that I have of my shower thoughts, I think the things that I've learned working in the music industry are really that you have to be passionate. I mean, this industry is 100% not a 9-to-5 industry. You're going to have to work at really weird hours, often, nights, going to gigs and whatnot. I mean, if you're a musician as well, you already know this, or, if you're in this industry, you already go to gigs. But for me, like, I used to try and get to this point where I was like, I need work-life balance. And for me, work-life balance really doesn't exist. And I remember another coach talking about this. She was like, I don't have work-life balance because my business is me and I can't really take a break from me. It's just who I am. So I've really learned to kind of listen to my intuition and my gut when it's time to take a break and when it's time to work. So for a long time, me and my partner, we lived together, and the only day that we would have together is Sundays because of his work schedule and my work schedule. And, that Sunday was obviously super precious. We would like do something fun on Sundays or just like, catch up and hang out. And, that worked really well for a while. And I used to turn my phone off, no work on Sundays, like no checking of emails. I still don't really check my emails on the weekend. And yeah, Sundays was like my free day, which I really, really look forward to. I could switch off. I could just like chill out and like come back to myself and spend some time, you know, with my loved ones. And then COVID hit and our work schedules changed. And now I'm only working from home now. And he's working a different schedule as well. And so we've got a lot more days together, which has been absolutely fantastic. But then I found myself on a Sunday still like in that routine of like, no, I can't work on Sundays because I only work Monday through Saturday. And, you know, I often have client calls on Friday and Saturday. So they're my two like busiest days. And I was like, you know, I can't work on Sundays. But then I was having, you know, intuitive or like inspiring like hits and downloads on a Sunday. And I wanted to work, you know, I'd come up with new product ideas or something I really wanted to record a podcast about, but I was kind of like resisting because I was like, no, I can't do anything because I can't work on Sundays. So what I've really learned, especially during COVID, is like the work-life balance, like that is bullshit. When I feel inspired, I work. When I need to get something done, I work. When I'm feeling like tired and uninspired and then I really need to take a break, I've learned to tune into that. And I simply take a break on like a random Tuesday or like even just like a Thursday afternoon and stuff like that. So I hope that that really helps for anyone watching the replay, you know, and anyone live. Like your business is really just an extension of yourself. And that's why you have to be so passionate about it. I mean, at the start, you know, you are going to have to go through these, you know, growing sort of stages where, first of all, you're collecting all the information. I don't think I've had a 6-day work day in 8 years, lol. Okay, how many days do you work at the moment, Curtis? Because I know you work a lot. Well, you seem to work a lot. And I can't remember my train of thought now. You distracted me. But yeah, you're going to have to be super, super passionate about it. Everyone in this industry is really passionate about what they do. And I think that that has been such a beautiful lesson in terms of me as an artist, is really seeing the other side of the industry, you know, sitting down with some of the best up and coming managers here, you know, sitting down and talking to, you know, massive bands who have just been through it all, or booking agents or labels, whatever the case is. Like, you know, the people that I've been so blessed to be able to network with and call my friends over the years, is they are so passionate. You can't be in this industry if you're not passionate. And that has been so, so beautiful for me to watch. You know, as a musician, sometimes, you know, it feels like you're kind of banging your head against a brick wall, or maybe you didn't get that support slot and another band seems to be blowing up, but you're working so fucking hard and you just don't understand, and you think kind of like the industry is out to get you. The industry is not out to get you. Without the musicians, there would be no music industry. And I can promise you that for the most part, people are so passionate about what they do, especially in the heavy music scene. Curtis says 7, you work 7 days a week. But the thing is, Curtis, you love it. If you needed to take a break, like for, you know, personal reasons or whatnot, you would. Like, you're probably not working like 12 hours every day. But like, I know that you're so, so passionate. My schedule is Monday to Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Or maybe you are working 12 hours a day. Saturday and Sundays, 8:30 and 9 till 7. I know that that's because you love like what you do, but you know, there are all different types of work out there. And ultimately, sometimes I work really, really long hours as well, but it really does not feel like work because I'm just so excited about it all the time. Sue says, I run Recurrent Verse, a writing for other people. A few industry people pushed me to start my own site review and interview. I jumped in the deep end big time with little to no knowledge, technically, websites, etc. I am slowly building it up. It's starting to pay off because I'm now starting to get given some amazing opportunities. It was scary and I still don't have the whole self-doubt thing, and I still have the whole self-doubt thing constantly, but I'm getting there. Absolutely. You will always, like, I don't want to like curse anyone by being like, you will always have self-doubt, but there is going to be just so many points in your career where you're going to have self-doubt. I mean, I'm running a business course, so I've never run a business course prior, and that's why I'm offering it at a really, really special beta rate. So if you haven't signed up for the Work from the Two of Us course, you really, really need to get in there. We've got a bunch of signups, a bunch of different people working in the music industry, from marketers to people in the publishing sector to online stores. So I'm going to drop a link to the Work from the Two of Us course in the comments. We are kicking off next week and there is a payment plan available. So this course is going to take you through, you know, crafting that business idea and then really looking at the income streams that you are able to produce so that you're not only earning like active income from the actual work, but you can develop passive income sources, which is when you create something once and then get paid for it multiple times, like a course or something like that, a book, royalties, that sort of deal. I'm going to take you through the marketing, sales strategies, basically how to just make that business come alive. So if you're in a business already and it's maybe not turning a profit, 100% this course is for you. If you're just starting out in business, or maybe you just have that business idea, then this course is absolutely going to be perfect for you to learn the basic principles for, once again, you to be actually make a profit and make an impact in the music scene. Sue says, the one thing I am is passionate about the Australian music scene. I know you are. I know you are. And I think that you are such an amazing, amazing example of the power of a personal brand online. So I don't think I've met you, Suze, at shows necessarily. Or I can't recall at this point in time at 9 a.m. in the morning. But your name is like a name that I constantly see popping up online. And a lot of people say that to me as well. They say, I've seen your name pop up so many times. I checked out your podcast. You know, we have this connection in common. And now I'm like, I love your podcast. You know, it's completely like changed, you know, the direction of my band and helped us so much. And that is the power of online, an online personal brand. So yeah, your personal Facebook is so, so powerful. Curtis says, obviously I take a bit of time to take a walk and eat. I hope so, or else I'd be a little bit worried about you. Sue says, no, we haven't. Yeah, okay, good. It's not just my morning brain. But yeah, I feel like I have, because, you know, as I said, your name pops up online all the time. And I know that we've spoken plenty of times before. So that is what I've learned. I will summarize. So basically, in summary, for, you know, the things I've learned working in the music industry over the past couple of years is really there's no linear path to success. Your network is just so, so valuable in this industry. Your personal brand is incredibly important when you're working in the music industry. You'll learn more from doing than from theory, and everyone is just working it out. No one is an expert at this. The industry is constantly changing and figuring it all out. And you really, really just have to be so passionate, because you are going to be working long hours, because you're going to want to, because you're going to be so obsessed with your business. It's going to feel the same as writing a song, or it's going to feel the same as, you know, just doing something really, really fun. So most of the time it's going to feel like that. So you have to be so passionate about it. And yeah, I hope that was helpful. So if there's anyone else on the line, if you do have any questions, or I would love to know, we've got a couple of extra people on the line now. Let me know what your business is, what you do, and I would love to be able to have a chat about that with you. I will remind you that the Work from the Tour Bus course is coming up next week. So there are a couple of spots still available from the course. It's a 5-week course. It's going to be run live, but if you can't make the live calls, it's no big deal, because I send you the replay. We've got a Facebook community, so you can be supported, ask any questions throughout in between the live calls. And there's also a live Q&A with me as well. There is a VIP option where you can upgrade and get a private one-on-one call with me. So that means we can dive sort of into your individual business a lot deeper than within the group, but we're still going to have plenty of time within the group to dive in your business and you know, cover all the marketing and sales strategies and business setup and everything like that. So I hope to see some familiar faces in there. As I said, the people that have registered so far are just incredible. They work in a couple of different sectors of the music industry, and they're so high vibe, and they're going to really, really keep you accountable in taking your business to the next level and keep you supported along the way. Do you provide coaching for clients who want to become coaches themselves? So this is sort of something that will be covered in the Working from a Tour Bus course. So obviously I am a coach. So a lot of the things that I teach have come from my own coaching experience. So yeah, it's more sort of the way that you can set up your business, start attracting clients, start nurturing relationships with your potential clients and sales and that sort of thing. But because this is a live course, I can fully tailor it to whoever's in the group. But yeah, there's a couple of people in there that are in like the coaching / consulting space at the moment. So I'd say that that's going to be a really, really core part of what we're going to cover. I love the coaching industry so much. I mean, a couple of years ago, I didn't even know that this kind of existed. And as I said, like when I first started my business, I sort of flitted between like calling myself a coach, calling myself a consultant, and really like those things are kind of interchangeable. I mean, coaching is more sort of about empowering, which is what I find I'm doing with bands. Consulting is kind of more of like the strategy, like tangible stuff. But honestly, there is so much crossover, especially when it comes to like business and life coaching. Yeah, I hope that answers your question. I would love to see you in there, Sam. Sue says, I'm on stress leave from a job I love that I won't be returning to. So I'm looking at options now. So maybe work a few days a week in the area I work and then spending the rest of the time working on my website and slowly continuing to build it. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, some people really like to have set days of the week that they do certain things within their business. So I have tried that. I'm still kind of like trialing that at the moment. Mind you, I'm launching this Work from the Two of Us course. So a lot of my time is revolving around, just getting all the course content ready, getting the group set up, getting the container and the online course system set up and everything. The way I was doing it for a little while is Mondays. I mean, Mondays is like one of those days where it's just been the weekend. Usually, I try and take Sundays off, but as I was saying before, not always. So Monday is kind of like a personal development and business development day. So that's my day for like learning any online courses that I've got going on. I'm always taking courses. I'm always like, reading books, listening to podcasts, that sort of thing. So Monday would be that day for me to like journal and plan and, do any learning that I need to do. And then Tuesday and Wednesday would be kind of like my creation days where I create courses or I plan out podcasts, that sort of thing. Thursdays, I leave free for my band. So, scheduling social media, doing anything band related that I need to do, any songwriting, kind of leaving that, or just any creative thing in general. Because what I was finding was, I was really kind of missing. I was like, I haven't actually like made time to, just be an artist and everything. Because I'm one of those people that just lets inspiration strike. So I was leaving that free on Thursdays, and then Fridays and Saturdays would usually be like client call days. So I'd usually have around about 2 clients each day. We would do our calls, and then I would have to do some work before and after the calls to prepare and then to like send them the notes and get any resources that they need, that sort of thing. So if that works for you, Sue, is like breaking out your weeks like that can be really helpful because we use different parts of our brain for different activities. So sometimes flicking between tasks too much, it can actually impede our progress, sort of thing. So yeah, that could work. Otherwise, yeah, just having those couple of days just to work on your business. Another thing that I probably learned like really early on is there's definitely a lot you can learn yourself in terms of like web setup, and like it's easy to do like a Wix site, or even like I'm not sure if it's just because I've been using it for a few years, I don't find WordPress too hard to use. But if you're finding that there's one aspect of your business, or like, for example, the tech side, that's really, really kind of like bogging you down and like making you not feel like good about starting your business, then it is worth just investing in someone to help you with that, whether it be like a short course or even just spending some time watching YouTube videos. So I'd just say that because there's definitely been a lot of times where I've really kind of stressed over one aspect of the business, and it would have just been a lot easier just to like pay someone to do it a lot faster, would save me like time and money at the end of the day. But websites, like, they're actually a lot easier than they used to be these days. So does anybody else have any questions? Been awesome to see a couple of new people who weren't on the other workshop lives on this call. So yes, if there's no more questions, I know Facebook sometimes takes a little while to bounce the questions to me when you actually type them. But yeah, I hope that you have found this live helpful. I hope you found the Create Your Hell Yeah Business free workshop series helpful. If you haven't watched those other 2 videos, as I said, the first one is about finding your profitable business idea, and the second one is building the vision for your business and life, which I'm so passionate about. So if you haven't seen those videos, then definitely check your inbox if you've registered, because I did send a replay for both of those videos. And it was also in the notification email for this live video. But also send me a DM. If you can't find the email, sometimes it does go into spam. So I'd be happy to send you the replay for those. Other than that, thank you guys so much for being part of this Create Your Hell Yeah Business workshop series, as I was saying, it is a prelude to the Work from the Two of Us course, which is really a course about kickstarting your business within the music industry or growing your business within the music industry to the point where you're getting customers, you're turning a profit, and you're really just living life on your own terms in a field that you're so passionate about. So if you want to sign up for the course, I've left a link in the comments there. Do send me a DM if you've got any questions whatsoever. I would love to have you amazing people in this community in the course. And yeah, we kick off next week. So the first call will be sort of in the middle of next week, but we're setting up the Facebook group early and we can start introducing ourselves and getting to know one another, and you'll really have that supportive network when it comes to starting your own business within the music industry, which is so fulfilling. So I hope you enjoyed this live, as I've said, and thank you for joining, and I'll speak to you guys soon.